Alright, so far you have been working with data in your code, right? But what about real files? You know those .txt, .csv, .json files that actually exist on your computer? Yeah, those. Today we are going to read and write actual files, no more fake data, no more hard coded values. This is where your code meets the real world. This is where it gets real. I remember the first time I read a file with Python. I felt like a wizard. I was like, I can read files, I can write files. I'm basically a hacker now. Spoiler alert, it's like I wasn't, but it still felt cool. Let's do this. Reading files in Python is actually pretty simple. But here's the thing, 90% of beginners mess this up, and I am about to save you from that pain. Seriously. First, you need to open the file. Python actually uses the open function. Let's do that. File equal to open of data.txt. Okay, and I'm gonna read it. R is definitely for R means read mode. Okay, content I'm gonna get is from file.read, which involves the parent. This is print. I'm gonna print that content. Okay, and finally I'm gonna close that. Actually, always try to close the file. It's not right, always close the file. Okay, let's see what we are gonna get after adding this. What is happening? There it is coming. You know why? Because I don't have any file name data.txt. Let's create that too. Yes, data.txt. Okay, I'm gonna have hello brothers. Okay, let's do that. Let's see whether it is accessible now. Is it hello brothers, right? See that we opened the file, read it, printed it, and then we closed it. But here's the problem, if something goes wrong, the file might not close. That's really bad. Enter the with statement, Python's way of being responsible, I can say. So I'm gonna change the format of file opening here, which involves with. I don't want variable here, so open and as file, which is that one. This one automatically closes. I'll add that up. File automatically closes here even if there is no error or error. Okay, let's run this. See, hello brothers, this is the right way. Actually, the with statement automatically closes the file even if your code crashes. It's like having a responsible friend who always cleans up after you can read line by line too. So I'm gonna do something different, which is okay, same example. For line in file, I'm gonna print the line which stripe. Okay, stripe actually removes the new line character. Now let's see. Hello brothers, right? Okay. Okay, let me add something up here. Hello brothers, how you do? Okay, let's run this file again. See, you got it now? Okay, now writing files. This is where you create actual files on your computer. Pretty cool, right? Let's do that too. Okay, I'm gonna remove this and I'm gonna modify the mode. Okay, and I'm gonna write something new. So new txt, new data.txt, and I'm gonna write file dot write hello world, and I'm gonna have one more line for that. File dot write, this is line 2, so that it will be clear. Okay, gonna run this. It's done. Let's see the file is created or not. Yes, hello world, this is line 2. You know why this line came? Because of this. Okay, see that w see that sorry see the w, that means write mode. But here's the thing, if the file already exists, this will overwrite it. It's gone, poof. No warning, Python doesn't care about your feelings actually. If you want to add to an existing file, use a for an append. You know what is append, right? So if I have the mode as a, and I'm gonna write something called, to be clear, this line is added, not overwritten. Okay, and this, let's see, this line is added, not overwritten. It comes up. Append mode adds to the end of the file, much safer. Use it when you're not sure if the file exists. You can write multiple lines at once too. Now I can give the example for that. Okay, I want to be clear. Lines have to be what? Line 1. Okay, I'm gonna give 1 line space. Line 2, 1 line space, and line 3, 1 line space. Pretty cool. Yep, I'm gonna write, and here I'm gonna use write lines. Okay, let's do it. Check that it got replaced, right? Python got no feelings, seriously. Write lines writes a list of strings, but notice you need to include the line character, which is this one, yourself. Python won't do it for you, right? It's like the friend who expects you to remember everything. Let's start working on CSV files, so that it will give some interesting facts about CSV too. CSV files are everywhere, spreadsheets, data exports, you name it. Python can handle them too, but that's a right way and a wrong way. The wrong way is trying to parse. If I am trying to parse CSV manually, that's the wrong way of doing it. Like, let's have some example, like with open data.csv. Okay, and mode is or as file for line in file values equal to line dot split with comma. This actually does breaks with commas in data, remember that. But don't do this. This breaks if your data has commas in it, which it probably does. Yeah, so don't do this. The right way, use the CSV mode. So here if I modify it to CSV mode, I'll have to first import CSV. Okay, and with open, okay, I'm going to have some reader just from the CSV dot reader file. Okay, so for line in reader, I'm gonna print each row. This will actually, each row is a list. So if I run this, where is this error? You know why? Because I don't have any file name data dot CSV. Okay, so let's have some example here so that it will be helping. Name, age, phone, email. Okay, name is Alex, age is 25, email is alex@gmail.com. If I am trying to do this, it's not defined. Okay, this is a line. I shouldn't have used English terms biologically. Okay, we got that, right? We got that. So this is way better. See, the CSV module handles all the edge cases, commas in data, quoted fields. It handles it actually. Use it, trust me. You can also use CSV dot dict reader kind of for some named columns. For example, like let's have something dict reader, and here I'm gonna make it so clear that line of name only I want. Let's see what is going to print. It's Alex because name is only Alex, right? And if I am trying to print only the age, I think you are getting it, Alex 25, right? We can access by column name, which is we are doing here, right? So this is way better. You access columns by name, not position. Much more readable. Your future self will really thank you. Okay, let's jump into JSON files now. JSON files are everywhere in modern programming, I guess, and API is written JSON. That is the biggest role JSON plays nowadays. Config files or JSONs. It's a language of the internet nowadays. Python makes JSON easy. Let's import JSON, and I am reading JSON with open data.json. I'm going to do it with read as file, and I'm gonna load it in JSON format, which is load file. It actually loads JSON into Python library. Print data of, let's have the same example. So let me first have create a data.json. Okay, I'm gonna have it name is Pandian, age is 27. You can give without that, I guess. Okay, let's do that. I got the name, which is Pandian, and if I want age only, I can get 2. 27. Alright. JSON.load converts JSON to a Python dictionary. Easy. Writing JSON is just as easy like that. So I'm gonna write one thing which is has to be in JSON format. Okay. I'm gonna name give name as Sarah, age is not 30, and email, let's have it something simple, city New York. Okay, I'm gonna have it new data.json. Let's change the mode and I'm gonna dump it, which is json.dump. I'm gonna push the data in file and intent has to be for, actually intent is for for making it pretty. That's it. It's not for something logical parts and all. Okay, now let's check. Where is that? See, this is the output. JSON.dump writes a Python dictionary to a JSON file. The intent equal to 4 makes it readable. Without it, it's all on one line, not fun to read. So only I have added that. So okay, before we finish, common mistakes that will make you really cry. I'll tell you those. Mistake 1, forgetting to close files. Right? Without with will be, if you are doing manual way of writing files or reading it, we will be forgetting to close that. That is really bad. Always use with statement. Always, it will really help you. But some kind of end situation. Mistake number 2, using wrong file format. For here I'm using this because this will be present in the same folder directives. So if you want to give the absolute path, you have to know where your file is. Use absolute paths if unsure. Okay, so try to look into that is the biggest mistake most of the people will do. Mistake number 3, not handling file not found errors. Like if I want to find try, I'll speak about try after some episodes, and I'm gonna give except file not found error, because I want to know what is a real error, because in the starting itself, before creating it, I have run it and you have seen some kind of error came, so we doesn't know what is an error issue. Okay, so to be precise and clear, you have to do this. File doesn't exist. Okay, always handle errors. Files might be or might not be exist. Mistake number 4 is like opening file in wrong mode in the sense you will be using W, which for sometimes if you use write mode 2 to 3 times, the third time it will overwrites. If you are trying to append the some kind of sentences or data, it will overwrites because it doesn't care, because you are giving in a write mode. So use it precisely. Use append mode if you want to add the sentences continuously. So know the difference. W destroys, actually A actually adds. That's files handling. Actually that's file handling. You can now read and write real data. This is huge, I know, but your code is becoming useful. Next episode we are learning the same follow up error handling, because things will go wrong, they always do, and we need to handle it gracefully. Like if this helped, subscribe for the full series. Comment below what files are you going to read, right? I want to see what you built. See you next time. Keep coding.